So there's an update with Mielle. Let's discuss. Good morning. For those of you who don't know, my name is Monique Rodriguez. I run a fashion blog called Classically Kept. It does feature luxury, contemporary, and how to style, and now natural hair care and hair care topics. If you are into any of those things, please consider subscribing to my channel. Click the notification bell. That way you will never miss a video. So this is my third video on this topic. I will link the first two down below. The very first one is a deep dive. It's about an hour long, going through everything that had happened up until that point. And then the second video was just talking about, let's be clear about what's in our products. So before we get into today's video, I want to kind of just really quickly do a recap. I want to give a couple of accounts and then we can get into today's video, because Monique Rodriguez, who is the founder of Mielle, is claiming that someone was trying to or attempted to sabotage her company. So really quickly, the timeline. Monique Rodriguez founded Mielle Organics in 2014. And then in 2022, a TikToker by the name of Alex Earl listed the rosemary oil on her Amazon top favorite purchases. I'm mentioning this because there was speculation, now as people are looking back, there was speculation that with this particular TikToker, because she has millions of followers, that this was somewhat the precursor to Mielle being acquired. Meaning that with her having as many followers as she did, the company wanted to get this particular brand in front of a different market, in front of a different demographic. That way, when the actual company was acquired, that market and that demographic would be somewhat familiar with the company. Then in 2023 of January, Mielle was acquired by P&G. And then on January 11th of 2023, Monique Rodriguez hopped on Instagram and made the announcement. And then this year in 2024, TikTok was taken by storm. There were many women that started coming out talking about how Mielle Organics was making their hair fall out. Okay, so now really quickly, I do want to give you three experiences. The last two you are probably going to be very aware of if you are part of the natural hair community. I want to give these accounts or these experiences because I think it's going to tie into the message that she gives at the end of this video, or her response. Okay, so the very first experience that I want to give you is mine. This was prior to Mielle being acquired. I want to make that point. So I believe it was in 2022. I tried the Mielle Rosemary line. I tried the shampoo, I tried the conditioner, and I tried the daily styling cream. I tried it anywhere from 2 to 3 times, so 2 to 3 wash days. It completely dried my hair out, so I stopped using it immediately, okay? That was my experience. The next one is going to be Linda Lynn, and I'm pretty sure everyone knows what I'm talking about. This situation had so much drama that there were people who actually stopped using or stopped buying Mielle. But basically, she reviewed one of their lines and she did not care for it. She is alleging, Linda Lynn, and I will link her information down below, she is alleging that once Mielle found out about her bad review, the husband of Monique Rodriguez, the CEO, actually called her and was harassing her. And I do want to point out that Linda Lynn is natural. The second account that I want to give, I believe it's Tamara's Hair Care. I will link hers down below. She is relaxed. All three of these accounts are prior to Mielle being acquired, but she is relaxed and she actually tried or did a review for the Rosemary Mint collection. And in real time, in her video, you can see how matted and how tangled her hair was. Now, actually for her, the opposite effect happened. She was actually harassed, talking about, you know, how dare you try to tear down a Black woman business, you're not using it properly, and you are not your hair. But since then, both of them have come out and they have given their responses. I will link that down below, okay? So now let's get into the video. Monique Rodriguez has made a statement that an influencer was paid by a competitor to sabotage her brand. Let's listen.
Good evening, you guys. As most of you know, it has always been very important for me to keep you in the loop on this entrepreneurial journey, because I have to be totally honest with you guys, it is not for the faint at heart, okay? Especially being a Black woman and using my platform to serve and uplift, and knowing that I have always dedicated my platform to serving and uplifting, but this has been heavy on my heart. So I wanted to share this. I've always been very transparent with you all, and in this situation, it is no different. As many of you have been seeing that Mielle has been buzzing in the media lately, and some of you have stood up and shown support like true loyal mavens and mavericks, and I just want to say thank you. I truly, truly appreciate it. But here's the thing. We recently discovered that the original TikTok creator who sparked all of those rumors about Mielle products causing hair loss and falsely claiming that the rosemary mint oil formula has changed, that creator has been paid by one of our competitors. Yes, this creator was earning a commission to promote a competitor's product while spreading misinformation about our products for their own personal gain. And unfortunately, some who joined in on those conversations seem to have ulterior motives as well. So you know what they say, when they go low, we go high. And out of respect for everyone involved, we tried to handle this situation quietly, but it has reached a point to where I feel it's important to be transparent with you all. So just to let you know, the original creator of those false videos have since been removed, because people deserve to know the truth, and they deserve to understand that if there are hidden motives behind the misinformation that they're hearing out here on social media. So it is very disheartening, because I have always operated with a spirit of believing that there is room for everyone to win. But unfortunately, not everyone shares that same belief. So I just want to reassure you guys that our products are safe. They are based on consistent formulas, sourcing, and processes, and they are used and loved by millions of satisfied customers every day without a problem. So at the end of the day, I'm grateful for all of the support. I see y'all out there standing up for us in the comments, fighting with people in the comments. I appreciate you guys more than you probably ever know. But now I need your help. Please spread this word and share this message with everyone that you know, because the truth matters, and it's up to us to make sure that the truth is heard. And I've always focused on integrity, because you can never go wrong with being honest and having integrity. And more importantly, I'm always going to stand on business.
Okay, so today is November 28th. She gave this statement 5 days ago. Really quickly, I just want to go over some of the comments because it's about half and half. So the very first one, Monique, we love you and trust you. Therefore, we love Mielle and trust Mielle. We knew the haters were at work, so we stood by you. Know that in your silence, God will fight for you. Keep soaring. The next one, continue to thrive. God is always in control. The next one, I'm just wondering why it's just being addressed, and this has been going on almost a year. I've been a customer over 7 years. I put all my products in a box, some brand new. My hair came out in clumps after using the rosemary mint line, and I'm not the only one. Not everyone was paid or lying. I was also using it on my 6-year-old's hair and started noticing her hair breaking off. The next one, but what about the people that have the same experience? And then it keeps going on and on. You have a hairstylist who was claiming that some of her clients have been coming in and she has noticed that their hair is thinning. Then you have another individual who says, just to confirm, she's talking about the ingredients. And then you go on and on. And someone else says, one thing about that truth, it will always make its way to the light. Proud of you, Mo. So people are definitely in the comments supporting her, and that's absolutely fine. Now I kind of want to just go through and talk about my thoughts. The very first thing that I thought when I saw this, and I am nowhere near an attorney, never been to law school, never been to court, none of that. And I understand that P&G is a billion-dollar company. I know they have advisory boards. I know they have several lawyers. I know they have all of that. However, I think this statement pigeonholed them in a certain way. And what I mean by that is, in the statement, you hear her talk about there was a certain creator that sabotaged or that was attempting to sabotage. Now, she did not name someone, but according to Black Enterprise, their article was dated November 25th of 2024. I will link that down below. They are naming a woman by the name of Denisha Monique, who is the one, or who is the original creator and the one who that created the hysteria. She also said that the original person, who she did not name, I'm assuming on TikTok, the original videos have been taken down. However, at the time of this video, it is November 28th, 2024, 9:45 a.m. If you are on Instagram, it looks like she is revving up her Instagram. Both videos are still on her Instagram. If you are interested, I will leave it down below. As a matter of fact, her first video I included in my first video, okay? But from a legal standpoint, like I was saying, I think she kind of pigeonholed them. And maybe that's what they're gearing up for, because to make the announcement, you did not say who the person was, but to make the announcement, now, if Mielle and or P&G do not follow up with a defamation lawsuit, it's going to seem like to the public that, number one, they lied about the sabotage, and that, number two, their products have indeed changed, and that there might be some actual cause behind, or I think it's called causation, behind the actual claims of what people are saying on TikTok. I think from a legal standpoint, and again, they have people advising her. I'm pretty sure the first two announcements that she made, they were written up, or she was told to say specific things. But I think with this announcement, I think it was actually more detrimental than helpful. I do want to point out what she said at the end. She said, "I just want to reassure you guys that our products are safe. They are based on consistent formulas of sourcing and processes." And I think that's where a lot of people are having an issue. If you remember, one of the comments that I just read said, "I want to confirm that no ingredients have changed." Consistent formulas of sourcing and processes, especially consistent formulas, and I explained this in the very first video, you could still be using rosemary oil, but the issue is, where are you sourcing it from? Where are you getting it from? What is the grade? What is the quality? Saying that they are based on consistent formulas does not confirm whether or not the actual formula has changed. Now, the second thing that I thought is that two things can be true at the same time. And I have said this before. What works for one person might not work for somebody else. However, it's the amount of people that are having issues with certain collections. You can have a group of people who absolutely love the collection. You can have a group of people who are not using it correctly. You can have a group of people who are allergic to the ingredients. And then you can just have a group of people, it either dries their hair out or it just does not work. So two things can be true at the same time. The next thing that I started thinking is what everybody else is saying, is that everyone cannot be lying. What do I mean by that? I gave you 3 accounts of issues that people were having prior to the acquisition: myself, Linda Lynn, and Tamara's Hair Care. The statement about one individual being paid and sabotaging, that will be able to be revealed during discovery should they go forth with the defamation lawsuit. However, outside of natural content creators, or just outside of hair content creators, there are women who just enjoy being on TikTok who have given their experience as well. So I think from the Mielle and the P&G perspective, I think what people also are looking for is a little bit of transparency. A lot of people are also saying that you're not reading the comments. To only make the statement that someone is sabotaging your company and to not address what other people are experiencing, and then to just make this blanket statement, people are feeling ignored. They are feeling like a company that they have invested in is not worried about their concerns. Also, what I will say, because I have noticed this with TikTok, TikTok right now can make or break your company. It can make or break your career. I don't know how soon after the original creator, which we've already talked about who the alleged person is, how soon after she posted it, people started hopping on the bandwagon. And again, I'm not trying to discount anyone's experience, but I do quickly want to mention social contagion, and basically social contagion and or hysteria. And basically what that is you're on TikTok and you see one of your favorite creators, or you see another individual who is using the same product as you. They have an adverse reaction, so now you're panicking and trying to figure out what's going on, or if this is going to happen to you. Someone sees your video, someone sees that video, someone sees that video, someone sees another video, and then all of a sudden everybody is uploading and talking about how Mielle is damaging and or destroying their hair, or their hair is falling out in clumps. Like I said, I'm not trying to discount, but one of the things that I talked about in the very first video is that there are individuals who were using specifically the rosemary mint collection, which is a strengthening collection, whose hair was already compromised, or they may have not been using it properly, or they could have been allergic. I'm stating this because I don't want this to be a one-sided video, but we have all seen how social contagion works. We have all seen how hysteria works. Also, what I will say is that for someone who is maybe new to being natural, they are in the beginning stages of their natural hair journey, or they are trying a product, they might not know what to look out for, as opposed to someone like me. When I used the rosemary collection and it dried my hair out, I knew instantly that I needed to stop using it. Someone who I would say is a novice in their hair care journey might think that that is the normal amount of shedding, or might think that their hair is adjusting to the new products. There, again, are so many factors that go into why some people may be having certain reactions. And with the social contagion, that will move us into sales. Are the sales low? Have they begun to see the effect of the hysteria on TikTok? And this will also go into, if they choose to, a defamation lawsuit. Because an individual who has influence hopped on a social media platform and started misrepresenting and bad-mouthing a company, did they lose sales? So basically, is it a direct cause and effect situation? Because one of the comments that I read asked, well, why are you talking about this now? Why are you revealing this now? You made a statement, or in your statement, you said that you tried to handle it in-house, but now you're bringing it to the forefront. Now you're bringing it to your community. I think some people think that it's a little too late, but I think other people are also thinking about the bottom line, right? Mielle Organics was acquired by P&G. The point of that was to be able to, on a larger scale, get natural hair care products to women of color or women who have curly hair, and maybe they're beginning to notice a slump in sales. And I will also say this, in my very first video, some of y'all were saying in my comments that maybe she is being sabotaged. So maybe this will be a full circle moment. Maybe it is true. It'd be very interesting to see how this situation progresses, because I feel like there's going to be more that comes out. What I will say, as far as being a woman of color and stepping into entrepreneurship, and I think I can speak for a lot of women, especially when it comes to natural hair care, and especially when it comes to natural hair, I think we want to support, and I think that's why they are voicing their concerns. We have no issue with supporting, but I think with everything that's going on, we had the Diva Curl lawsuit, we have the Olaplex lawsuit. It sounds like, and this is all alleged, it sounds like there might be a class action lawsuit for Mielle, and we've had so many companies be acquired. I don't think we have an issue supporting, but it shouldn't come at the detriment of our hair. I think we want to champion these companies, but I think transparency is what people are looking for. Also, what I will say about being an entrepreneur, everything that y'all see on my channels, whether it's a product that I suggest or a video, is all me. At this point, I am a one-woman show. I do not have a team. I'm saying that because I don't want this to be a one-sided video. I understand people's concerns. I understand where people are coming from. I myself had the experience, but what I will say is that being on the content creation side, day in and day out, there are ways to chop and screw things to make it seem like someone is doing something that they're not, or that someone is saying something that they're not. I get it. She has had a history with people who have not necessarily cared for her products. I'm just saying that because I don't want this video to be an attack, or I don't want this video to be one-sided. Because should this go to trial, there is going to be a discovery phase, and they are going to be looking at consumer behavior as well. And I talked about all of that in the first video, but I think that this is far from over. And as I said it in the second video, I wish nothing but the best for Mielle. I wish nothing but the best for Monique Rodriguez. And I hope she can get it together. I hope she can get back on her feet. Okay, so that is the end of this video. Please leave your comments below. What I love about my community is that we can disagree, but we are still respectful. Let me know if you believe what she has stated. Also, let us know your own experience with Mielle, and let me know if you will still continue to support Mielle. There's nothing wrong with that. I just want to remind you, here on YouTube, I do upload videos every Wednesday and Sunday, and of course right here or right here, I'll put my Instagram handle. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, you guys. Bye.